Welcome back to Nubian Narrator News, the only place where we report the facts and roast them until the boring beige seasoning flakes off. My name's Chloe, and I'm an American living in Britain. Today's target? That lukewarm weekly pantomime known as Prime Minister's Questions, PMQs, a national ritual so dry it makes Revita look like a rave. We are now 1 full year into the Starmer-Badenoch era, and what a beige circus it's been. Let's start with the star of this slow burn tragedy, Keir Starmer, aka the Beige Avenger-in-Chief. The man came to power like he was opening a John Lewis, soft-spoken, civil, respectable, and completely devoid of flavor. He told the country it was time for grown-up politics, and we believed him until we realized he meant grown-up as in exhausted middle management, KPIs instead of vision grown-up. Every Wednesday at PMQs, Sir Béige rises from his bench like he's rebooting from sleep mode. He's asked about poverty, public sector pay, the collapse of local councils, and he responds with the energy of a softly blinking cursor. The answers are long, technical, and spiritually empty. It's like watching someone try to win a street fight using HR policy documents. You ask about kids going hungry, and he gives you a fiscal forecast. You ask about housing, and he gives you a pilot scheme. You ask about benefit sanctions, and he gives you a spreadsheet that says, "We care, but not that much." He leads the Labour Party like it's an insurance firm that just rebranded after a scandal. And despite his landslide victory, the only thing he seems committed to changing is the font on the Labour letterhead. Because under Starmer, Labour doesn't challenge the status quo. It irons its trousers and politely asks the status quo if it's feeling okay. Now, swing your gaze across the aisle and you'll find the Tories, charred but still shouting. Their leader? Kemi, not like those other blacks, Badenoch. A woman who weaponizes her identity to punch down on everyone who reminds her she's still operating within the same boring beige playbook. Badenoch didn't come to build, she came to brand. Every week, she rises with the fury of a GB News segment, tossing out buzzwords like woke, free speech, British values, all while standing in the smoking crater of her party's 14-year disaster. She positions herself as the anti-establishment voice from inside the establishment. It's like watching a landlord protest rising rent. Her politics are a performance. Her clapbacks are crafted for the Twitter right. And her leadership style is less about policies and more about vibes. Hostile, nostalgic vibes for a Britain that only existed in brochures and Empire fan fiction. She claims to speak for the forgotten while ignoring the exploited. And when anyone dares criticize her, she deploys that magical Tory fallback, identity immunity. You can't question her, she's black, but only just enough to say the rest of us are overreacting. And in the middle of this circus, the MPs. Oh, the backbenchers. Beige warriors in M&S suits rising to make points no one asked for. One of them shouts, "Will the Prime Minister agree with me that the recent installation of a bus stop in West Chumblington is a triumph for levelling up?" Clap, clap, clap. Parliament applauds like someone just cured cancer. Never mind the NHS waiting lists. Never mind climate collapse. They've got a new zebra crossing. Meanwhile, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, still the Speaker of the House, presides like a man who knows this job is shaving years off his life. He bellows, "Order, order," with the desperate wheeze of someone trying to teach Year 9 chemistry during a fire drill. He's been doing this for over 5 years now, and you can tell his voice cracks, his soul has left the building, and he's one question away from pulling the fire alarm himself. So what's PMQs, really? It's not scrutiny. It's not democracy. It's not a national conversation. It's a midday drama performance for people who think sarcasm counts as policy and clapping louder counts as change. Keir Starmer sits there dodging the reality of his own welfare cuts while pretending long-term strategy is the same as compassion. Kemi Badenoch flings slogans like Molotovs and dares you to call her out, because in Toryland, the only crime worse than poverty is political correctness. This weekly performance should be a pressure cooker. Instead, it's a lukewarm casserole served with a side of amnesia. No one's held to account. No real answers are given. And the people tuning in? We're just watching two brands of broken ideology argue over which one tastes less like concrete. 1 year in, and this government feels less like a course correction and more like a palette swap. Same policies, different press office, same dodges, different accent, same rot, dressed in different robes. Young people, disengaged. Working class, betrayed. The country, drowning in rent, reheated austerity, and Westminster theater that makes no one laugh. So let's be clear, PMQs is not the pinnacle of British democracy. It's its parody. Polite mumblings, quickly forgotten. Please mute King. We've heard enough. This has been Nubian Narrator News, where politics gets dragged and the truth gets the final word.
Please stay with us as I interrupt this program for capitalism and clout.
Sponsored by Béige & Co., the official tailor of Keir Starmer. Need to blend into the wallpaper of democracy? Want to command a room without emotionally impacting it in any way? Try Béige & Co. Our premium 3-piece silent suits are perfect for press conferences, committee dodgers, and apology videos. Béige & Co. Because flavor is for opposition parties. Not Like Them Foundation. Tired of being lumped in with those minorities? Want to be the exceptional one? Introducing Not Like Them Foundation by Chemi Beauty Labs. A long-wear identity-shielding concealer that covers up empathy, solidarity, and your voting record. Works best under harsh parliamentary lighting and against community backlash. Not Like Them. Glow for the Empire. Presented in partnership with Parliamentary Performance Enhancers. MPs, are you struggling to deliver passionless speeches without breaking a sweat? Introducing Parliamentary Performance Enhancers, the only supplement that helps you speak for 20 minutes while saying absolutely nothing at all. Side effects include overconfidence, misuse of the word growth, and a sudden urge to blame the EU. Now available in 650 identical capsules, just like your colleagues.